first habit that's driving you down is addiction. Everyone has that one thing that they love doing. Listen, it's okay to have passions and hobbies, but when these habits turn into addictions, it becomes a problem. They make you a weak man who cannot live life again on his own terms. It may be drugs, sex, gambling, video games, people, movies, sports, or even food. They begin to control you and you lose your sense of direction. You start looking for ways to satisfy these addictions even when they're inconvenient for you. You don't care about the consequences anymore because it's a must-have. Ask yourself, what happens if I don't do this for a week? If you think you can't live without something, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your priorities. Remember, you're the captain of your ship. You decide where it goes and how it gets there. Stop being a weak man by letting your addictions control you. You are in control, and it's time to start acting like it. Take responsibility for your actions and inactions. Don't be afraid to face difficult situations or tough conversations. Don't shy away from your duties as a man. Invest your time wisely, don't be idle, be disciplined. Have a daily goal that you strive to achieve. Of course, you cannot always be right, but a real man does not cower when things go south. Be man enough to own up to your actions. When you take responsibility, you control your circumstances. You learn to make better decisions and respond to negative situations better. Being a strong man doesn't mean you have to be perfect or infallible. It also doesn't mean you have to be a lone ranger or disconnected from others. It means being accountable for your actions and handling yourself with grace and dignity in all situations. So take responsibility, stay composed, and never stop striving to be the best version of yourself. As a man, you're the ultimate prize, and you should never forget that. Never ever appear desperate for attention. You're the center of attention, and people, especially women, should be drawn to you like moths to a flame. So if you're ready to stop being a weak man and start being the man you were meant to be, then listen up. Stop seeking external validation. You don't need anyone's approval to be the man you want to be. You are strong and self-sufficient, and you don't need anyone to tell you otherwise. Instead of begging for love or attention, stand tall and confident and let people come to you. Maintain an air of unpredictability. Be rare, be scarce, and be unavailable. Don't make yourself too accessible, or else you'll be taken for granted. People value what they can't have, so make yourself someone worth chasing. But most importantly, be true to yourself. Don't compromise your values or beliefs for anyone else. You're the man you want to be, and you should never let anyone else dictate how you live your life. So take charge, be confident, and embrace your inner strength. You're the prize, and not a weak, suffocating piece that no one wants in their space. Knowledge is power. If you want to change your status from being weak to being successful, then you need to start reading books. Expand your knowledge base and widen your horizon. Reading will help you develop new perspectives about life and expose you to new ideas. It will also sharpen your thinking, which is essential for success. A weak man is one who is comfortable with mediocrity. He lacks the drive and determination to improve himself in his circumstances. But you don't have to settle for mediocrity. You have the power to change your life and become the successful man you've always wanted to be. Start by finding knowledge and developing yourself. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and learn new things. One of the defining characteristics of a weak man is their susceptibility to emotional manipulation. They are easily swayed by the opinions of others and can be pushed around by those who are more assertive. They're always second-guessing themselves. They want to please everybody, but they end up pleasing no one. This is not the kind of man you want to be. So if you want to stop being a weak man and start asserting yourself, you need to learn how to say no when you need to. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and stick to them. In addition to setting boundaries, it's important to develop emotional resilience and learn how to manage your emotions effectively. This means learning to identify and express your emotions in a healthy way without letting them control your actions or decisions. You have to learn to depend on your values and principles and not on the impulse or desire of the moment. This doesn't mean you should become rude or aggressive, but rather assertive and confident in your decisions. They're so eager to please others that they lose sight of their own needs and desires. This can lead to resentment and frustration as you feel like you're always putting others first. It's not selfish to prioritize your own needs. It's essential for your own well-being. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, and people will respect and admire you for it. Weakness is not a permanent state of being. It's not a fixed identity. It's a behavior that can be changed with conscious effort and determination. By practicing saying what you mean, prioritizing your own needs, getting more knowledge, shunning addictions, and cultivating self-awareness and confidence, you can break free from this pattern and become a stronger, more authentic version of yourself.